Okay, let's proceed to the experiential learning. So, experiential learning based on the given module, it is generally concerned with learning that depends on first-hand experiences which connect to the learner with real people and real issues. It is often associated with informal education, although this is not exclusively so. Furthermore, it is generally concerned to be a lifelong process integrating education, work, and leisure. So, experiential learning is based on the premise that the learner learns best by doing, and one of the teaching methods often employed is based on problem-solving approaches. In this way, experience becomes the catalyst for learning and other key government policy objectives such as citizenship and personal and social education. This means that the experiential learning has direct relevance in helping the transition from secondary school to adult life and enhancing a range of personal and social skills among young people. So, Kolb's cycle can be used to explain experiential ways of learning. The model does not really do justice to the complexity of the brain and its ability to process complicated information. It also implies that the experience and reflection occur independent of each other, which is challengeable. It does, however, provide a framework for thinking about the linkages between different components of learning processes. Consequently, it offers a tool of think about how we work with young people. To take the initial experience component of the model, the suggestion here is that it is not sufficient for young people to take part in outdoor activities and for the teacher to assume that the experience will automatically translate into a learning outcome. The model implies that the experience does not speak for itself and that learning will not automatically occur as a result of participating in activities. Consequently, young people are likely to need help with interpreting the experience. This is the role of the instructor or a teacher and can be effectively achieved through reviewing the outdoor activity in relation to the educational outcome in mind. The young person is also likely to need help in generalizing the experience, which involves making sense of the experience in relation to the learner's own social world, which is often not related to that where the experience has taken place. Having internalized this experience, the model suggests that the learning cycle is not complete until the new learning has been applied. This means that the learner can apply their new thinking in a way that allow more informed decision making than had they not had the new experience. Using this model helps to distinguish between the quality of the experience because not all the experiences are genuinely educative. Take, for example, the case of a person stealing cars for the purpose of joyriding. It is quite possible that the joyrider experiences enhanced levels of self-esteem through this activity. What is missing from this process is for the learner to be able to distinguish between something educative and something miseducative by Dewey 1963. There is a clear rule for the instructor or teacher here where the purpose is to provide a structure to help young people learn from their experiences in a way that learning is not left to chance. In this manner, we can distinguish between experiential training, which is suited to the idea of skill acquisition inherent in activities, and experiential learning where activities are used in an instrumental manner to promote personal and social qualities. In summary, we cannot provide a range of activities for young people and expect qualities related to personal and social education to infuse young people simply through the experience of participation. The learning styles of Honey and Mumford, it implies that people generally show the tendencies towards one particular learning style, that of either the activist, reflector, theorist, or pragmatist. So it is based on Kolb's learning cycle, and so the activist is associated with experiencing something, and the reflector with interpreting the experience. So consequently, the teacher needs to be aware that desired outcomes may depend on different methods for different people. This is where the models can be useful. They help the teacher and the instructor to become involved in each young person's learning cycle, allowing them to be alerted at an early stage as to whether their teaching is being effective. This is an extremely important point because it is important to distinguish between teaching strategies, that which the teacher wants the young person to learn, and the learning outcomes, that which the young person actually learns. Furthermore, it is obvious that each of us, especially the students, is capable of learning in a variety of different ways, and that to maximize the learning we take from each situation, we should try to engage with the experience in all four of these ways, as an activist, reflector, theorist, and pragmatist. Okay, both of these models are based on circular concept. This is useful. It does not really suggest a progressive dimension to learning. So, a number of individuals and agencies have reinterpreted the Kolb model as a spiral, with the emphasis changing from experiencing something to experimentation in new situation, and therefore experiencing something new or different. Though clearly this should relate to the particular skill being learned at that time. It should also be remembered that experiential learning can have a debilitating effect, just as we can distinguish between educative and miseducative experience. It is also possible to say that some experiences inhibit personal growth.